Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and it's time for another Pokemon TCG live online match video, number 99, I think it is. Which means the next one's going to be the big 100 celebration debut thing, landmark, whatever you want to call it. Still haven't really decided if I want to do anything amazingly special, or if so, what I'm going to do, but I don't know. I got some time to figure that out. I have an idea for possibly something this weekend, so stay tuned to the channel for that. But anyway, before we get into the deck that I'm calling Lights Out for this week, featuring another Pokemon GX from the current Burning Shadows expansion, as always, down below, you see a webcam. Down below the webcam, you see a code for an online booster pack of Pokemon TCG. It is the Phantom Forces expansion, way back, still in the expanded format, but how many years ago was that? It's been a little while since Phantom Forces came out, but anyway, first come, first serve. Be the first one to enter that code into the Pokemon TCG online game and get yourself an online 10-card booster pack of Phantom Forces. Could get a Versus Seeker out of that, who knows. But this week, the deck is called Lights Out, as I say, and it's kind of breaking my usual tradition. I like to usually try to focus on just one Pokemon GX per deck, but as you'll see for the strategy for this one, I kind of needed to use another Pokemon GX. Now, the Pokemon we're going to focus on attacking with is going to be Necrozma-GX. First of all, it is a Psychic-type Pokemon, basic, with 180 HP. The ability of Light's End says prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from colorless Pokemon. No pesky Tauros-GX messing with Necrozma, and other Pokemon, of course. The Prismatic Burst for 3 colorless energy does 10, not a lot, but discard all Psychic energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 60 more damage for each card you discarded in this way. So with 3 Psychic energy, 180 plus the base 10 is 190 for every single turn, but of course normally it's going to take you about 3 turns to repower this attack back up. Now for 3 colorless, Black Ray GX says this attack does 100 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon GX and Pokemon EX. This damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance. And I was going to say, that'd be a good way to put a wide lens in the expanded format on this to do weakness and resistance damage to the bench, but I just realized by reading this attack, no, it doesn't do weakness resistance, just a standard basic 100, so that is fine, that is acceptable, that is great. So that is Necrozma-GX. I've got 3 in the deck. I'm gonna match it with Metagross-GX. We have taken a look at this Pokemon already on the channel. I'm not using it for its attacks this time, it is the ability, Geotech System. Once during your turn, you may attach a Psychic or Metal Energy card from your discard pile to your active Pokemon. So if I can get 3 of these Metagross-GX in play on the bench, each one of them can use Geotech System to repower Necrozma-GX immediately. Then I can also attach a 4th Psychic Energy from hand if I have it, another 60 damage, 250 damage every turn. Or at least a minimum of 190 if I can get all 3 Metagross in play. So I've got 4 Metagross-GX, 3 Metang, 4 Beldum. I got some rare candies in here, as you can see right there, but I'll talk about the trainer cards momentarily. So it's a lot more power than I normally like to put into my decks. I like to sort of, feature one GX and use lesser Pokemon, so to speak, to do the support role. Currently in the standard format, I do not think there are any other alternatives for Pokemon with abilities that reattach energy from the discard pile. So Metagross is the way we're going to do that. That is going to be 14 Pokemon. The 12 energy cards are just 12 basic Psychic energy. That's all we need to work with in this deck. And let's start with the items, or the trainers, I mean. First of all is an item, a Field Blower. I got 2 of these. I love this card. Choose up to 2 in any combination of Pokemon tools or stadiums in play, both yours or the opponent's, and discard them. So if the opponent has a powerful stadium helping them out, if they got maybe Choice Band, any sort of tools can help them out, like a Spirit Link maybe, and they haven't yet Mega Evolved, I can just blow those away. I've got, what is this? My webcam is blocking this. 2 Max Potions. The idea here, of course, by using Max Potion, well, let's take a look at Max Potion itself here. By using Max Potion, come on, there we go. Heal all damage from one of your Pokemon. If you do, discard all energy from that Pokemon. Now, the first thought is, by using the Prismatic Burst, we're going to be losing the energy anyway, so there'll be no energy to have to lose off Necrozma-GX by Max Potioning it. But even if we do have to discard energy, 3 Metagross in play means that I can reattach those Psychic energy back onto it, and we're already powered up for that next attack. So I got 2 Max Potions in here, I got 2 Nest Balls to find a basic Pokemon and bench it right from the deck, 2 Professor's Letters to find any 2 basic energy, which of course is going to be Psychic this time. Got my usual routine here, my usual standby of 4 Puzzles of Time. You may play 2 Puzzle of Time cards at once. If you play one, look at the top 3 cards of the deck and rearrange them how you like. Or, if you play 2 Puzzle of Time cards, put 2 cards from your discard pile back into your hand. I was going to say deck, back into your hand. So in a way, this is my replacement for the now non-standard Versus Seeker. you get 2 cards back, which is pretty cool. You can also get back special energy, whatever item cards you want to use. Very good to have 2 Puzzle of Times in your hand. I've got 3 rare candies. Might have overloaded a bit on the candies, but you never know. If I find a Metang or a rare candy, whichever one's going to come up first, that's the one I'm going to have to make use of course. So the more the merrier, right? So 3 rare candies. I got 2 super rods to shuffle back 3 cards in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy back into the deck. A couple of Ultra Balls, discard 2 cards from hand and search your deck for any Pokemon. And if I have basic psychic energy in my hand when I have an Ultra Ball, I can freely discard those, because not only could I use the Super Rod to shuffle those back in, I can also use the Geotech System ability to attach that energy right onto Necrozma, or whatever the active Pokemon happens to be. I've got 2 Altars of the Moon. Retreat cost of each Pokemon that has any Psychic or Darkness energy attached is 2 colorless less. So that's going to be a free retreat for Necrozma, who has a 2 retreat cost. Even Metagross-GX is going to be down to just 1 energy needing to retreat with that stadium in play if I throw a Psychic energy onto it. You just discard that 1 for the not free retreat, but for the lighter retreat, the easier retreat. So it's a good stadium to have in this deck. Now for the supporter cards. Well, first of all, I got a couple of float stones. You know, I could probably even take those out, but I'll keep them for now, just in case we can't get our stadium in play. The float stone will provide free retreat to whatever Pokemon I have it attached to. I have 2 in the deck, yes. Alright, so supporter cards. For more maneuverability, we got Guzma. Since Lysandre is no longer standard legal, I had to take him out. Guzma's a good replacement. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon, which is what Lysandre let you do, but you also switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. That could be detrimental in some situations. You might want to have a fully powered Pokemon there and you have to switch it out with Guzma. But, as I say, we got some nice light or free retreat purposes, or possibilities, that's the word. Free retreat possibilities, or at least easy retreat possibilities. I can switch back to whichever Pokemon is powered up and ready to roll. I've got Hala in here. Shuffle your hand into the deck. If you've used your GX attack, draw 7 cards, but if not, draw 4. So, I found during testing, well, of course, when you're doing the testing against the computer players, they don't have EXs or GXs, so I wasn't using the Black Ray GX. In some cases, I actually found the Algorithm GX from Metagross-GX, which is kind of interesting to use. Search your deck for up to 5 cards and put them into your hand. Now, I'm not going to try to use that in these videos, or this video here, because I want to show off Necrozma the most I can. So, I imagine the human players, the regular players out there we play against, are going to have EXs or GXs, so Black Ray GX is more likely going to be used. But I do want to use that move as early as possible, because if I get Hala, I get to draw more cards back. We are going to let Alima have another shot, the trial captain of Verdant Cavern. Each player shuffles their hand into the deck, which is kind of like N in a way, or Judge. Then they flip a coin. Flip a heads, you draw 6 cards back. Flip a tails, you draw 3. Quite often I find Alima decides to give me the tails and the opponent the heads. But let's see what happens today, if we even bother playing Alima. Lily is here, of course. Draw cards so you have 6 in hand, but if it's the first turn of your game, or your first turn of the game, draw until you have 8. Very cool. I've got good old Olivia, the kahuna of Akala Island. I had to stop and think, obviously. Search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon GX, reveal them and put them into your hand. Very handy. Thank you, Olivia. We've got Pokemon Center Lady for healing purposes. Heal 60 damage and all special conditions from one of your Pokemon. I got a couple of Professor Kukuis in here. You get to draw 2 extra cards, and your active Pokemon does 20 more damage to the opposing active Pokemon for that turn. Could push that Prismatic Burst up to 210 if we need it, without any other Psychic Energy attached, which could come in handy. Got 2 Skylas in here. Search your deck for any trainer card you want and take it. Very awesome. Quite often I'll find myself with 1 Puzzle of Time in hand and I draw Skyla. I can play her for a 2nd Puzzle of Time, then draw back 2 discarded cards, any cards that I want. Could be a Pokemon I need, could be an energy, whatever it is. Very useful. And the last supporter is going to be Sophocles. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Again, that could be just the basic Psychic Energy. If you do, draw 4 cards. Could be the 4 cards that make or break the game. So that is going to be the Lights Out deck. I was thinking, like, the whole time, I did this deck with Dark Sleeves, Dark Deck Box, and the Dark Coin. For all this time, I thought Necrozma was a Dark type. Like, I knew in the video game it was a Psychic, right? But with all the darkness and the Light's End and stuff, Dark is in my mind. It's a Psychic Pokemon. Weird. But anyways, that's why it's called Lights Out. That is 14 Pokemon, 34 trainers, and 12 energy cards. Let's jump on over to the Versus section of Pokemon TCG Online. I thought I already knew this was reset. Yeah, I got tokens. What are you talking about? Anyways, going to go to the Lights Out deck, standard format. Let's see who my first opponent is going to be. And can they stand up to the might of 0 mulligans from Professor Chaz? With a Fighting, Colors, and Psychic deck, C. Chileno, or Chileno? I'm not sure. We're going to call you Chill. Brooke gets Chill with a heated Mega Charizard coin. Alright, so calling the coin flip. We win the coin flip. I guess we'll go first, because if we can rare candy on our second turn and get 2 Metagross in play, and yeah, there's the mulligan. We got 7 basics in the deck this week. There's one right there. Alright, so we do have a basic. That is fine. 2 Puzzles of Time already. That's good stuff. I have a Nest Ball. I have Professor's Letter. I have 3 Puzzles of Time. This is kind of... Oh, that's a bad start for them. They don't get to use the Wonder Tag ability. Alright, so let's go ahead, drop the Nest Ball, and get Necrozma-GX. This is scary because it is super effective against us. Well, what are we going to do here? I'm going to... Professor's Letter. Grab a couple of basic energy, of course, Psychic. I will attach one to the Necrozma. I'm gonna Skyla. What do I want? I think I will go Ultra Ball. So I'm gonna play 2 Puzzles of Time immediately. I'm gonna get back the Nest Ball and the Professor's Letter. Let's go ahead and grab 2 more basic Psychic. We gotta think how to play this out carefully. I'm gonna Nest Ball for another Beldum. See, what I want to get is a rare candy. I'm gonna Ultra Ball for... I'm taking a bit of a chance here. I'm going to go for a Metagross. If I can somehow get another Skyla, second Puzzle of Time to bring Skyla back, I can look for a rare candy and start powering up. We're going to end it right there. Let's see what Chill has on their first turn. They got a Fighting deck sleeves, which doesn't really matter anyways, because as I said, I'm using a Darkness type deck sleeve with a Psychic type attacker, so that doesn't matter much. Kui, draw 2 more cards, and you can hit me for 20 more damage, but you can't even really hit me just yet. Max Elixir onto Lucario on the bench. Wishful Baton added to Tapu Lele. Well, so let's see how much this does. 20 times the amount of energy on both Pokemon. Not affected by weakness or resistance. Okay, so we don't need to worry about the super effectiveness on this. I'll attach another one to Necrozma. Now, if I get a rare candy next turn, we're set up to take down this Tapu Lele. Okay, their own Skyla being played. Ultra Ball. We're going to find a Lucario, perhaps? What is the retreat cost on Lele? 1, so they can... Oh, no, sorry. It has no weakness anyway. Oh, wait, so it's not weak to Psychic. I mean, we can still take it down with 3 energy Prismatic Burst, though. Oranguru being played for draw support if they can get another card out of their hand. Another Wishful Baton onto Riolu. Do we see the Instruct? Not yet. Rescue Stretcher. They can take 1 back into hand, or, sorry, 3 into the deck or 1 into hand. There we go. So they do have Lucario now, and we know from the last episode, I think it was, when you play Lucario from hand, the opponent can't touch it on the next turn. I usually don't do this. I'm going to play 1 Puzzle of Time right now. Let's see what we can arrange on the top. I guess we'll just go. Look, we had 2 Necrozma waiting to go. And an energy. So let's throw this onto Necrozma. Before we attack on the next turn, I'm going to use that Field Blower to get rid of their 2 batons, I guess. You better hope you can retreat that. Oh, come on. Now you shuffled my deck. But I am going to get 6 cards, though. I just needed 1 energy. Actually, I've got a Float Stone. I can use that, too. Another Max Elixir going on to the Riolu there. Do you attack or do you retreat? 40 damage. Okay. So what we do here... Do I want to use the float stone? I will put the other Necrozma down. Let us first see what Kukui gives us. Kinda hoping for a rare candy, but we didn't get that. I will put a float stone onto the Beldum. I'll retreat into Necrozma-GX, number 1. And nothing else we really need to make use of. Let's just go ahead and Prismatic Burst. I didn't use the Field Blower. Whoops. Oh well. Is that really going to matter? I hardly think so. So where do they move the energy to? Only one basic... Oh no, all basic moves to it. Or, no, up to 3 I believe. I was using this with the Gardevoir deck. Hey, rare candy. How's it going, my friend? Alright, up comes the Riolu. Into Evolution, of course. So we can do 120, which does hurt. I want to keep my cards! Stop playing these Ns! I should have put N in my deck, just to show you what's what. No Metagross for us. Hey, Alima! Alima has to save the day. It's all up to Alima. If only I had used that Field Blower when I told myself I was supposed to use that Field Blower, we wouldn't be in this mess right now. Do we let the Necrozma fall? I'm going to say we don't. Drop the Altar of the Moon, attach energy to this Necrozma-GX. We will retreat for 2 less energy. And we're going to play Alima. Come on, I need a heads. Make up for that mistake I made earlier. We got a heads. We don't have ourselves a Metagross yet. We got 2 rare candies though. Now see, I could max potion. I'm not going to max potion just yet. When they submarine blow the active Necrozma-GX, I will max potion that one. Unless they have a Guzma. Unless they have... Is Pokemon Catcher standard legal? I think it is. Max Elixir, okay, getting more energy onto your basic Pokemon. I would love to get another Field Blower, get rid of that Wishful Baton. Don't evolve that Riolu just yet. That would be a mistake. You want to keep that ability of... Is it Stance it's called? Yeah, you want to keep that stance ability on the turn that you need to make sure your Pokemon survives the next one. For another Wishful Baton, give me my Field Blower. I would gladly destroy all these batons. Nice move! So they de-evolve the Riolu and re-evolve this one. Well, not re-evolve, but evolve this one to get that stance ability once again. Very clever use of the de-evolution spray. I love it. Alright, we are going to max potion. So with one puzzle of time, let us rearrange and see what we're getting here. It's kind of not what I wanted. We do have our stadium in play though. Let's grab the energies first. We'll attach this to... I guess this one here. I do have another Necrozma-GX in hand, as you can see, though. I can just drop it. It's going to take a while to get the energy attached to it, because, of course, we know the next 2 turns, I'm drawing nothing but 2 basic energy. I'm going to get another Submarine Blow. So what I might have to do, to stall things out a little bit, is play this one. Just to take a hit, we're going to attach to here, this Necrozma. We're going to retreat for 0 now. All we're doing is stalling things out, I guess. But with the way my deck is set up right now, the top 3 cards, I kind of have to do this. Play an N now. I'll gladly take an N. Switch card. We see another evolution. We are going to see de-evolution spray. Alright, the first time I was impressed with it. Now I'm just kind of annoyed. You want to quit this? Nah, I can't say that. It's a good strategy. Something that I wouldn't even have thought of, but something that I like to use the de-evolution sprays for. Like I was using Toppling Wind of Rhyperior, and what was the other one? Salazzle with Hot Poison. Anything that, when you play a Pokemon card from hand to get the ability fired off. Well, you already played Skyla, though. We're about to lose this one right here. If I could have gotten my Metagross in play, this would be a lot different. Go ahead, knock out whichever one you want. Doesn't really matter. The cards are not showing up for me. I love this game. Isn't it awesome? Come on, show us the Guzma. They could switch into... Are they going for another Lucario, actually? They could just go into one of these Pokemon with like a 1 retreat cost. Simply retreat back. Ooh, Tapu Lele. Do we still have that one knockout? We do, okay. So there's that Wonder Tag. When you play it, you get to use or search your deck for any supporter card. You're down to 15 cards, my friend. Really? Now we're gonna see the Guzma. I would say their smartest bet, no, it would have been to bring this one up with more energy attached. Never mind, what am I thinking? We only had the 2 energy on top. What I could have done is brought up the Beldum and forced them to play their Guzma immediately to get the 2 prizes. We're going to put the Beldum up right now. That doesn't help us. Well, we're going to retreat into the Metang. They're going to play Guzma and they win. See, it all came down to that Field Blower that I didn't play. If I had played the Field Blower when I was supposed to, they wouldn't have had enough energy to start attacking with that very first Lucario. So, okay, misplay on my part. Play Guzma, get the knockout. It's not over yet, folks. It is by no means over yet. We got this. We have a rare candy. We have a Metagross in play. We can get at least another knockout. Let's go for the Geotech system. Attach that nice Espeon energy to Necrozma. And let's go ahead and Prismatic Burst. Now, if they have another Lucario, though, it doesn't really matter. Plus, they can move all these 3 energy off of the Lucario onto something else. If they do get another Lucario in play, though, they do 120. That is enough damage to take me down. Why aren't Psychic types resistant to fighting? Figure that one out. Metang. Doesn't help us. So you can do 100, I believe. Sorry, 80 right now. Now 100. 1 more energy means you can do 120, which is the knockout. You do survive that, however. There's a fly in here. Get out of here. Let's get rid of your wishful baton right now. Get out of here. I'm sick of those things. And that is pretty much going to be it. Let us, I guess, throw an energy onto Necrozma. You can now retreat, just to slow things down a little bit, but I know you've got Guzma. You didn't get rid of Guzma. Just play it. I am 20 HP from fainting. There it is. Does this Riolu get the knockout? It does. Oh, come on. Riolu's... You didn't need to do that. But if the opponent is playing for one of those online daily challenges of doing fighting damage, I guess I accept that. I'm not looking at that summary. No, that was terrible. That was horrible. Let's go for another match. This is supposed to be an overpowering deck, which I never use. Maybe that's why I didn't do it well. You know, I'm not used to having this much power at my hands. But I've learned my lesson. Field Blow. Wishful Baton is dangerous stuff. I could also use the Garbotoxin strategy, get rid of the stance ability, but nah, Garbotox is not really my style. We have a grass type deck here with DCE Man. Let's call for the head side. We're going to land that head side. Excellent. We're going to take that first turn. We're not going to mulligan this time. That's also why I lost. The mulligan. It set me off bad from the start. Well, they have no basics. I like that. I've got Necrozma down. We can get to see what's in their hand. Do we have a single mulligan on their side? That is the question. They only have the one. Victory Bell. Ooh, I haven't seen that yet. Alright, Victory Bell. That's all we see so far. I wonder what strategy they have going for them. It is just pure grass, as the intro said. I'm not going to take a card. I'm not the mulligan kind of person. Alright, so if I play Lily now, I would get 3 more cards. Let's do that. I was going to think of playing the Puzzle of Time, but either way we're going to draw those cards, so kind of a waste to play Puzzle of Time right there. Let us Nest Ball for a Beldum. I have to wait and see what our next turn gives us. Oh, we see Heracross with Guts. And Pitch for 50. The opponent switches the active Pokemon with a bench Pokemon. Interesting. So, I can now Rare Candy. Could I discard anything in any way? Not just yet. So, let me think. What I'm actually going to do, I'll play Skyla for an Ultra Ball. Where are you at? There we go. I can start evolving up the Metang normally. I can Ultra Ball for... Let's go with another Beldum, I guess. We'll drop that to the bench. And we'll end it right there. Now, they do power up for the pitch. They can start moving my guys around. But I choose which one comes up is the thing. We have a Pinsir with double colorless. Roofling. Flip coin. If heads, put the opponent's active Pokemon and all cards attached into their hand. That's interesting. I kind of like this. It's not. We're not getting overwhelmed with EXs or GXs or anything. Not that that is like the worst thing ever, but if they do start pitching us around, though, I do have Guzma in hand. Let's attach one of those energy onto our Necrozma. I'm not going to make use of anything else for the time being. We'll leave that as it is. If they get another energy on Heracross, they can retreat and try to throw Necrozma-GX into my hand, which would be kind of interesting. Now, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, if I only have one Pokemon left, then that would end the game if they put it into my hand. Oh, come on! Ridiculous. Anyways, we'll start powering up on the bench here instead. You can throw Metagross away if you like. It's not going to help you. And that's all we'll play. You're going to throw away my Metagross? Do it. If you do, next turn you lose your Pinsir. Because what's going to happen, I'm going to evolve this Metang. I'm going to use the Geotech System ability. Well, of course, Necrozma's going to come up. I'm going to attach the energy to it from hand. That's enough damage to take down the Pinsir. No more rooftop flinging. We have Bellsprout with Vine Whip. Or Roof Fling, not Rooftop Fling. Thanks for playing right into my hand. Well, literally, you played them back into my hand. Alright, Beldum goes down. We're going to evolve up into Metagross. We shall Geotech System if I can click it. Get that last psychic energy attached. And throw one from hand to use the Prismatic Burst. Nothing else needs to be played. Goodbye, Pinsir. You got a good throwing arm on you. A little bit too annoying for you to deal with. Actually, that was 2 heads, wasn't it? Now, I should say thank you, though, because that second head's actually helped set me up for this position. Alright. Up comes the Heracross with Guts. This could be annoying. We have a Weepin' Bell now. And no Metagross. But I do have a potential to get Metagross using Kukui. So what I'm going to do is I will play Kukui right now. Come on, Metagross! There's only 3 more in the deck. Why would we get one, right? Alright then, fine. Let's go ahead and Geotech System. And energy onto Necrozma. I guess we can go up into a Metang now. And that is all I need to play. I can't really attack. Yeah, we don't have the energy, so let's wait and see if they try to pitch us out of here. Do we have any energy discarding? We do. We've got a couple. Alright. So what's this Victory Bell got in store for it? Stick and Absorb. Heal 20. Can't retreat next turn. Alright. It's going to come up. So what does Pollen Hazard do? I'm now Burn, Confused, and Poisoned. Well, that's not very nice, is it? Not at all. But I can retreat, though. I cured the burn. That's kind of something. Alright, so I can retreat, but... Well, I have Guzma, though. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I will retreat for free. We'll go into, I guess, the Metagross, because it doesn't matter, we're going to play Guzma anyhow. Let's bring up the... If we bring up the Heracross and Guts kicks in, it's going to be a problem. So let's go ahead and just bring up the Weeping Bell, and we'll bring back Necrozma. I can now Geotech System. I've got another Psychic Energy I can play from hand, too, actually. I won't play it just yet, though. We'll save it for next turn. Let's just go ahead and Prismatic Burst. Poor Weeping Bell didn't see what was coming, but it's kind of what happens when the lights go out. You can't see anything. Pure darkness. Another Psychic. Alright. Bring up your Victory Bell, that annoying pollen monster. So it does 20. We take another 30 from the conditions, and we get confused. That is a problem, but we do have, with one energy attached, a free retreat cost at least. And that Heracross is powering up, so there's another Pollen Hazard. This is getting kind of dangerous, though, because we are at 100 damage now. Puzzle of Time is good. What can we use that for? Well, I'm going to play Puzzle of Time. We're going to play the second one as well. I can get back an Ultra Ball. And what else will help us here? I guess Nest Ball. Actually, yeah, this is good. No, not super good. Not just yet. But we're going to play Ultra Ball. We'll discard these two and grab a Metagross-GX. We can now evolve the current Metang into. We're going to play Nest Ball for another Necrozma-GX. I keep forgetting the suffix of GX. Okay, dropping it right down. And we haven't played Skyla yet. Alright, Skyla, get us a Max Potion. I will take that. With the Max Potion activated, I'm going to attach two energies to the current Necrozma-GX. I'll attach another one, and then we're going to retreat to the other Necrozma. Next turn I can Geotech System again to get a free retreat onto the active Necrozma, retreat into the current one with the energy attached, and we're good to take this Victory Bell down. Now I wonder if that Heracross is going to give us a problem. Will the Guts activate? Crushing Hammer. That really doesn't matter that much. You're welcome to do it. We have the Geotech System in play. See, this is where I don't kind of like using too many GXs, because it's like, it's overpowering, especially since the opponent doesn't have any EXs or GXs themselves. Retreating your Victory Bell. Interesting. Well, that's a simple switch. Up comes Necrozma. There's no more... Actually, there's one more Necrozma in there, but I want to save space for if we get more Beldum, which are currently prized, unless they were knocked out. Nope. 2 Beldum of the 4 are, of course, prize cards. So, let us attach 1 energy to power up for the Prismatic Burst. Nothing else we're going to make use of for the time being. Let's just go ahead and... Yeah, let's just go Prismatic Burst. I was thinking, is there any way I can get an energy onto the bench Necrozma? Now, here we go. The Guts does not kick in. Down goes the Heracross. Professor's Letter for more energy. You go for your Pollen Hazard. And, okay, I'm down to 3 cards, but that is fine. I will take 3 new cards. We find ourselves with... I was hoping for a basic energy, but I didn't get it, of course. Great Ball! Search the top 7 cards and choose a Pokemon. Going to be another Heracross. Let me think how to do this. I could start maneuvering both Pokemon back and forth, both in Necrozma, and every turn I can get 1 energy on each of them. Now, Pollen Hazard's going to build up, though. Every turn we're going to take 50 damage. This is an interesting match. So let's go ahead and Geotech System 1 energy onto the current one. What does this one do? 80. So once we get a second Pollen Hazard on one of our Pokemon, we have to go for the knockout on this Victory Bell if we can manage it. Let's Geotech System another energy on right now. So both Necrozma-GX have free retreat thanks to our Stadium. We're going to end it right there. Now, next turn, actually, we can knock out this Victory Bell. Maybe. Would you stop that? If I can get one basic energy in hand to start this next turn, we still get this knockout. This thing is annoying. Show me the basic energy. I shall Geotech System one more energy onto this Necrozma-GX, and I will retreat it. Back we go to the other one. This is a fun match, isn't it? Oh boy, oh boy. Let's attach this onto the active one now, and... I mean, I could have brought up the Metagross. In fact, I probably should have brought up one of the Metagross and give it a Float Stone. Alright, what do you got now, Victory Bell? Get a Pollen Hazard again? Stop crushing hammering me. Stop it! I mean, you're done. You can't do anything else after this turn. I'm taking you down. And this thing can only do 50, so we're good. But still! That was 3 heads on Crushing Hammers, wasn't it? Was it? Or just 1? I don't know. Retreat. Geotech freaking System. Another energy onto our Necrozma. Finally take this thing down. And I guess we'll attach one to this one here. Goodbye. Alright, what do we get for our prize card? Now, after all this annoyance, just watch. Just watch. Guts is going to kick in every turn. I'm calling it. I know what's happening. Okay, Tierno. This person must be having a lot of fun there. Like, I'm not even using Pokemon GX, and I'm doing all the... I am telling you right now, if I don't win this match, I'm playing another one. I don't care how long this video goes for. What is going on? Now, we can at least take this one down. Go! It wouldn't let me drag it up. Oh, because it's making me do the switch before the knockout. Of course it is. That makes total sense. Alright. Let us drop Beldum. We don't even need to use the Field Blowers now. We're going to... Well, hang on. Let's do Sophocles and discard those Field Blowers. 4 more cards. Of course, we don't find the Metagross we're looking for, but we do have the Ultra Ball. I don't even really need the Float Stones, I guess. But hang on. Let's do the Geotech System. Do it the proper way here. We'll get that onto Necrozma-GX. We need another Necrozma-GX, so let's go ahead and Ultra Ball. Well, let's get Professor's Letter first. Get 2 basic energy. I can Super Rod that Necrozma back into. Let's do that, just in case there aren't any more in the deck. So, back they go. We will Ultra Ball these 2 Psychic Energy away. Grab ourselves another Necrozma. We might lose our second Necrozma, but now just watch. Are we going to see the Guts kick in? I predict that we will. In fact, to be safe, I should have Field Blowered when I had the chance. Could I retreat? They probably have Guzma anyway. Who cares? Let's just go ahead, do the attack. Let's see if Guts works. With all the heads they flipped on the Crushing Hammers, it should not work. Thank you. Get out of here. Choice Band. I mean, yeah, okay. It's smart. It's good. It's whatever it is. So here we have basic grass Pokemon take 30 less damage. That's not going to help you. This Prismatic Burst is doing 190 with the 3 energy. And we have no energy to attack me with. Okay. So I'm going to have to play a Lima. I need to get a basic energy in hand. What we're going to do, I'm going to float stone this Necrozma, just to be safe, because you know Guts is going to kick in when I least expect it. We're going to Geotech System and energy onto it. We'll do another one with this Metagross. Now, if I could luck out and Alima for both Rare Candy and another Beldum, or another Metagross, then I get the energy I need. Or if I can just simply get another basic energy, that would be good too. Give me a heads. I deserve a heads. But we did get a card that we needed, the Professor's Letter. So, does the Guts kick in, and do they survive for one more turn? I'm predicting yeah. No! Alright, that was an annoying match. Oh, look, Metagross. But I guess you at least see the power of rage, of frustration. Not that that was the actual power or anything like that, but that was an interesting match. I like seeing Pokemon that are not, you know, EXs or GXs that can hold their own against the opponents, like the deck that I was using. Most valuable player was Necrozma. 1,110 damage dealt. I flipped 1 heads. How many more heads did I flip? Or how many tails? Yeah, I flipped 4 tails. How did they flip? 8 heads to 3 tails. I mean, to be fair, it was the tails that really counted, right? So, that's a match. We're done. We've seen Necrozma-GX. Let's get my tokens, first of all. And get out of here. This was wild. So I got 50 for that win, 25 more. I still gotta get up to 2,000 in time for Crimson Invasion, so I'll be doing some more matches at some point. Let's go back to our deck and take a look at our victorious Lights Out. Where are you? There you are. The Lights Out deck featuring the power of Necrozma-GX and that Prismatic Burst. Didn't even use the Black Ray GX. I could have on that first battle, but it's not affected by weakness or resistance, and you can't wide lens to power it up. Plus, the Tapu Lele didn't have a weakness anyway, so we wouldn't see too much damage out of that. I would have loved to do 200 to that Tapu Lele if it was weak to Psychic, but sadly it was not. But you get to see... We didn't even see the Light's End ability come into play, because no colorless Pokemon tried to attack us. But Prismatic Burst is definitely where it's at if you can keep powering it up using Metagross' Geotech System, or later on, if another card comes along in the standard format that is not a GX that allows the same ability of attaching a Psychic Energy from the discard pile, I would prefer to go with that, because I don't want to overload on too much GX. That's just me, but you guys might want to try to do this yourself. Metagross-GX and Necrozma-GX make a perfect combination, especially with, what's the stadium there? No, with Darkness Energy. I thought it was Metal Energy. If you had like a deck of Psychic and Metal Energy, it could come in handy. Like what? Technically, you could have any energy on Necrozma-GX to power this up. It's just that you have to discard Psychic from it, and it does more damage for each Psychic that you discard. So you kind of want to keep Psychic Energy recycling onto this Pokemon. Sure, you could keep 3, let's say, Grass Energy to keep the basic energy needed to power the attack, but like... you'd only be doing 10 plus, say, 60 more for 1 Psychic. So you kind of want to use Psychic if you can. Although maybe, I don't know. A double colorless would allow only you need to attach 1 Psychic to attack every turn. I should consider something like that. But anyway, you saw the deck that I used. If you enjoyed the video and the deck idea, feel free to leave a like down below. And if you use a similar situation, a similar setup like this, let me know in the comments below. What do you have in your deck setup? What do you do to make this more consistent and reliable? Because obviously I was having some trouble with non-EXs or GXs, because apparently that's how I play. But again, any comments you want to leave on the deck on how you can make this more streamlined, feel free to leave them down below. Help out any other players that want to use these Pokemon in their own online deck, or in the actual real-life deck as well. But with that, we are finished. Now, as I say, next week is going to be our big 100th episode of Pokemon TCG Online. Do you have any requests or suggestions on what we should do for that one? Because I do have an idea in mind, which won't be happening until this weekend, but it could be something. And I'll mention that as the weekend comes up. But I guess we could leave that as a secret. But if you have any other ideas or suggestions or requests, leave them down below, and I'll see what I can do to incorporate stuff into our big 100th episode of Pokemon TCG Online. But with that, we are done. If you want to see some more videos I've done, check the links during the outro, as well as a link to subscribe to the channel for daily Pokemon content. And until then, until next time, Professor Chaz is signing off, and I will catch you next time.